Now, setting your preferences in Audacity is another important step. On Mac, Audacity preferences will be found under Audacity in the Audacity main menu. I believe in Windows it's under File. So we're going to click on Audacity and select Preferences. The first thing we're looking at are the audio preferences. This is when you identify your playback device as well as your recording device. In my case, it's built-in output and built-in microphone. Channels, I have 2 channels stereo selected. If I open this drop down, you see 1 through 16. 1 would be mono, 16, anything above 2 would be if you're doing any sort of multi-track recording with an external recording device. And this do not modify audio device setting, that's checked off. Keep that checked off as a default. Under Quality, the Quality tab, these are all default settings to give you a CD quality recording. I would just leave them as they are for the purpose of your activities. For file formats, there are 2 options here. There are 2 ways that you can import an uncompressed audio file. You can either make a copy of the original before editing, which is checked off here already as a default, or you can read directly from the original file. The first option is your safest option. It makes a copy of what you're originally bringing in, and then you make the edits to that file. The second way may be a faster option to read directly from the original file, but what happens is that Audacity takes any edits that you make to your project, and basically they're laid on top of the original file. So in order for the edits to work properly, they always need to read back to or to reference back to the original file. So if, for example, the original file that you import was deleted from your hard drive, your project would no longer work. So keep selected as a default. Make a copy of the file before editing. In the uncompressed export format, you have many different options. I highly recommend that you keep WAV Microsoft 16-bit PCM selected as a default. That will pretty much guarantee that your audio file will work in either Mac or Windows. The OGG export setup. OGG is a audio format that was created in answer to MP3. The default is set at 5. I would keep it set at 5. And once you import and save your LAME file for MP3 export, you can either come to Preferences and locate the library where the LAME file resides on your hard drive, or when you try and do an export the first time, it will ask you to please detect where the LAME lives, and then these settings will be set in place. The Spectrograms tab, I would keep all these settings such as spectrogram, directories, interface, keyboard, and mouse. Go ahead and leave these at the defaults right now. When you have time and have a little less time constraint, you can go in and actually play around with these and change some settings and do what works for you. But I do recommend that for any changes that you make, always jot down what your default settings were before you start making changes, and then you can go back and reset them when you need to.